In 1966, the National Cancer Society of Malaysia began with a clear mission: to ensure that no Malaysian fears cancer by creating an understanding of cancer that leads to prevention and early detection, and by providing the best possible care and support for those affected by cancer. As an NGO and a tax-exempt charity body, we are entirely dependent on voluntary donations from the public. At the very beginning, we were given the land and an initial startup contribution for our building by the Selangor state government. We are still here at Jalan Raja Muda Abdul Aziz, and today, through the hard work and diligence of all involved, we have achieved many firsts and significant milestones. We worked with partners to develop and build cancer control strategies and resources. We were the only NGO providing an extensive range of cancer screening services, support, and awareness programs to the public. This same year, we also set up the first cytology screening center in Malaysia. Over the years, we achieved many more firsts. In 1985, the first mammography screening center in Southeast Asia. In 1996, we set up Children's Home of Hope. The CHH provides affordable and accessible accommodation for both caregivers and children with cancer who are being treated at HKL. In 1998, the first NGO Nuclear Medicine Center with Nuclear Medicine and Radiotherapy Services Center. In 2003, we set up the Resource Wellness Center. It is a one-stop cancer information center that also provides empowerment for cancer patients, survivors, and their caregivers through many avenues, as well as weekly wellness classes, yoga, qigong, line dancing, and complementary therapy. There are also empowerment workshops, as well as public talks on health and cancer issues and exhibitions. The Health and Cancer Reference Library also offers a wide range of books and reference material, and the IT Corner has IT literacy classes and information search facilities. In 2004, the Prostate Cancer Support Group was established to provide emotional and moral support for patients diagnosed with the disease. It also functions as a support group for families of cancer patients, advising them on how they can be a strong care team for the patient. In 2008, the Pink Unity Group was set up for and with the mission to unite women cancer survivors and newly diagnosed patients in their fight against cancer, as well as to give hope to fellow survivors. In 2011, we set up the first 3D tomosynthesis mammography facility in Malaysia. And this year, 2016, we've kicked off our Quit Smoking Clinic. This is a one-stop center where our smoking cessation specialists will help people to quit smoking. More in 2016, we're looking at launching our cancer information system. The CIS aims to provide clear and credible information to patients, caregivers, the public, as well as healthcare professionals. Through all the years from 1966 till today, we've never stopped with support activities. These include our outreach programs done via carnivals, roadshows, and a myriad of other activities. We also have many joint promotions with supportive corporations and other NGOs. World Cancer Day and National Cancer Survivors Day remains a focus for us. Our activities have ramped up over the years and is today a big celebration of awareness, hope, and life. This year, our very own annual fundraising event, the Relay for Life, celebrates its 10th anniversary. While all the services and activities mentioned are available here at our main office in KL, we also have branches offering services in Selangor, Perak, Penang, Negeri Sembilan, Malacca, Johor, and Sarawak. A very exciting point in our future is the World Cancer Congress and World Cancer Leaders Summit in 2018 that we have been so greatly honored to be appointed to host here in Malaysia. Here we hope that the aims of this forum of educating, informing, and exchanging knowledge as well as the accompanying networking, can help developing countries in this region achieve a stronger voice and more focused action in the future. Our work doesn't end. Our future is jam-packed with plans and projects, progress and people, signs, and your soft heart. Work with us, help us give hope, and help us celebrate life.
Cancer starts when a healthy cell becomes damaged and starts to multiply out of control. The DNA is copied, but there is a mistake. The cell checks whether everything is okay with the DNA. Is it damaged? Has it been copied correctly? Here you can see it's damaged. Usually, a cell with damaged DNA will die, but sometimes the cell ignores this warning and continues. The cell gets ready to divide and builds a scaffold called a spindle, which attaches to the DNA. The cell checks again that everything is okay. Is the DNA attached properly? Here you can see that part of the damaged DNA is attached to the wrong spindle. Usually, a cell with a faulty spindle will die, but sometimes the cell ignores the warning and divides anyway. The cell splits, but each new cell doesn't have the right number of chromosomes. So some cells don't have the correct number of genes, and others have extra copies. These faulty cells no longer have the correct instructions, so they start to multiply out of control.
Our bodies are made up of 100 million cells. They're so small you can fit 100 cells on the top of a pinhead. Most cells have a nucleus, cytoplasm and cell membrane. The nucleus is the cell's control centre and holds the cell's DNA. Your DNA carries all the instructions needed to build your body and maintain its functions. Each instruction is carried on a unique piece of DNA called a gene. Cell growth and multiplication is part of a continual process called the cell cycle. To move through the different stages of the cell cycle, each cell has to go through a series of checkpoints. These checkpoints act a bit like traffic lights, and they only give the green light to a cell that's ready to go through to the next stage in the cycle. Only healthy cells are allowed to multiply, and so the cell cycle must control which cells are allowed through. The DNA inside cells can sometimes be damaged, either by mistakes in the normal processes in our cells or by things in our lifestyles or environment. Damaged cells are stopped at checkpoints and either repaired or destroyed. But occasionally damaged cells can find a way to sneak through, and sometimes the faulty DNA instructions may tell the cell to multiply at the wrong time or in the wrong place. If a cell accumulates too much damage over time, it can become a cancer cell. They then multiply out of control to form a lump or tumour. This is how cancer starts.
The number of people in the U.S. with obesity has more than doubled in the past 50 years. That means more than 2 out of every 3 adults are overweight or obese. Excess body fat can increase risk for many chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, stroke, liver disease, osteoarthritis, and metabolic syndrome. But did you know obesity is also linked to cancer? AICR's reports and their updates show that excess body fat increases risk for at least 11 cancers. AICR estimates that about 20% of many common cancers are caused by excess body fat, which means that, aside from not smoking, staying a healthy weight is the single largest step individuals can take to lower their risk. How does excess body fat increase cancer risk? There are several ways. Fat cells produce hormones that can promote cell growth. The more often these cells divide, the more chances there are for cancer to develop. Fat tissue can also produce proteins that cause conditions like chronic inflammation and insulin resistance, and those conditions can promote cell growth. Not all fat is the same. Fat around the waist, called visceral fat, is especially active in producing these compounds that create a cancer-friendly environment in your body. So what can we do? If you're not at your healthy weight, emerging evidence suggests that intentional weight loss may help lower risk. 3 important steps that everyone can take now to reduce risk are to eat a variety of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and beans. Be physically active for at least 30 minutes every day, and avoid sugary beverages and other high-calorie, low-nutrient foods like cookies, chips, and pastries. For more information on obesity and cancer, visit AICR.org.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Asam laksa.
Menyenangkan.
Satu nama?
Salad. Favorite food is durian.
Outdoor activities.
Fun games. Party. Food telling Lord.
Seronok.
Dance.
Gardening.
Sakit dan kematian.
Loneliness.
Fear to have pain.
Uncertainty.
Not in my vocabulary.
Fear of getting sick.
My family.
Love for my husband.
Family.
Keluarga.
Saya suka menari, sleeping. We get very little time as mothers to rest.
Change. Hope.
Acceptance. Lambike. Bersyukur.
Keberanian.
Acceptance.
Faith.
Beautiful life after this.
Start a fire as we pray for the flames to go higher in the rain. We could carve our initials on display, but even skin crumbles and even trees age.
In the beginning, it was very difficult, but I felt that ever since I accepted it, my life is smoother, I'm happy, and I'm living a life joy. You need a lot of support. You have family support, it's very important. It's the feeling of love that builds you. Along the way, you meet friends who have gone through the same experience as you. I think that is also a great support that helps.
So, who played a big role in your recovery journey?
Okay, my friends in Pink Unity and NCSN. Thank you.
Is there like a particular person in NCSN that you really want to thank?
Yes, I would like to thank to Adeline, the first person I met after I was diagnosed with cancer.
kanser merupakan ujian bagi saya, ya. Karena kita harus menerima dengan sabar dan juga bersyukur, ya, karena dengan kanser boleh membuatkan saya lebih taat dengan Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Dan selepas kanser dan juga kawan-kawan, dan saya juga bersyukur kepada NCSM dan terima kasih karena dia membuat suasana ataupun memberikan satu aktiviti, ya, untuk survivor cancer yang datang ke sini. So, terima kasih dengan NCSM dan juga Pink Unity.
Actually, I'm not scared of anything. You were diagnosed with cancer, you have to go through a little bit struggle in your life, to recover it. So, but after that, you will enjoy your life to maximum level. Don't be fear of anything. Just be confident, positive, move forward, and you can be a better person as before.
Someone once asked me how I hold my head up so high after all I have been through. I said, it's because no matter what, I am a survivor, not a victim.
I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
Dear Malapa.
Dear Mama, you are my friend, teacher, caregiver, and nurturer.
对不起，我没有好好照顾自己。I'm sorry I haven't been the most loving or have achieved a lot of things in life. I'm really sorry that I couldn't or I might not be with you for a very long time.
父亲你生病的时候，你也不放弃过任何什么，这一些就是我的榜样。
I know I don't say this enough, but thank you. I'm sure it hasn't been easy raising a daughter like me.
I know that chemo and radiation are going to hurt a lot, but I'm happy that you guys are going to be there supporting me throughout the way.
I know that no mom enters motherhood thinking that her youngest would get breast cancer, but I would love nothing more than for you to celebrate my life.
I really wanted to give you guys the luxuries in life. I wanted to buy you guys a nice house and take you on a ride in my brand new car.
Thank you for making sure that I always look my best before leaving home.
有机会的话，当然希望每一次回家我都能煮一餐简单的食物给你们吃。
I love you, Mama, more than all the chocolate chip cookies in the world. I will always, always love you.
Someone once asked me how I hold my head up so high after all I have been through. I said, it's because no matter what, I am a survivor, not a victim.
I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor.